What is up, guys? Welcome, welcome. What's going on, Tony? How you doing, brother? How's everybody doing today? Eller, what's going on? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Good to see the market start doing some positive things today, right? Just giving everybody a few minutes to trickle in, and we're going to start the show. Dottie, what's going on, brother? I'm doing good, man. How are you doing today? Hope everybody had a good, what is today, Wednesday? So we got pretty much the week's already, it's already over halfway done, right? We're going down the slope as far as the week. So we got Super Bowl weekend too. In the States, Super Bowl weekend. I think Super Bowl is one of the biggest televised sports events in the world, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure there's some soccer games though that'll compete for sure, but in the States, obviously, or football, obviously we call it soccer in the States, but football, you know what I mean. So now let's jump right in. So today, let's see here. So today, obviously, big story. Bitcoin broke 44,000, broke out of this beautiful channel right here, and we are sitting right around $44,200. We did top out. We had a nice little move up towards right under 44,400. So, like I was saying right when we first started, it's good to see some positivity, moving in the markets, right? And for the last few days, for the last week or two, actually, we have been chopping around. We were chopping around, and I said, things are getting so fine as far as the market, the market price, as far as our ups and downs. It's getting so small. Like we're getting this small pocket of range that eventually it always happens. Something's going to break out. We don't necessarily we didn't know if it was going to be towards the upside or the downside, right? But I was telling you guys, things just seemed like they were getting back to being bullish, right? We saw all that sell pressure 2 weeks ago from from Grayscale and a lot of other things that were happening, but we got past that. And I said, we got past the Fed meeting, obviously. Nothing bad happened in the Fed meeting, but the wordage was something that I said we were going to have to watch. This was all up until the Fed meeting. I said, we're most likely going to get a pause, but it's going to be the words that Jerome Powell is using as far as what's going to move the market, right? And he didn't say some things that we all really wanted to hear, as far as that maybe there's not going to be as many reductions in interest rates this year that the market's already expecting, right? So with that being said, a lot of the markets, again, uncertainty. One thing that'll move the market is uncertainty, right? So we had somewhat of a small little dip from that, and all, here and there, all the other things, right, that were going on. But I said, as we start getting closer towards closer to April, sorry guys, it's been a long day for me. I got to get zoned in here. But as we get closer to April, obviously we have this halving coming, right? We all know it, right? If you've been living under a rock, then maybe you don't know about it. But obviously we all know that this halving is coming up in Bitcoin in April. And usually post-halving is usually a very big move for Bitcoin and the crypto market. So, that's one thing I was saying they can't take from us. You have all these other things going on. But if we don't get thrown a curveball in between now and maybe the next few months, when we see this happening, we're probably going to see Bitcoin start moving back up. This was what I was saying just yesterday, or just a few days ago, last week, multiple times, that we're going to probably see Bitcoin getting back up towards 45,000. Well, obviously today we jumped up towards 44,000, and we are a little bit above 44,000. We're holding as of now, right? So we're going to see how this plays out. Obviously it's all new. As far as the last few weeks, we really have not seen this price range. It's been since basically back here early January. So it's been technically about, damn, it feels like it's been like longer, but I guess it's only been 3 weeks that we've been kind of around in this little sluggish mode. But regardless, we're back up here. Now let's talk about some levels that we're going to get to as far as hitting our head on. So obviously we do, we for whatever reason, we kind of hit our head right here at this 44.2. I'm not looking to see, now that I'm actually looking at it, there was a couple times over here that we actually did hit our head on 42.4, and that's pretty much where we exactly hit earlier today. So I guess I missed that one right there as far as us. Yeah, look at that. That's enough for us to mark that down on the chart. So let's see here. Let me see here. So looking at this, you can see we hit this basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't believe I didn't see this, but so you can see, obviously, we're getting hit with a little bit of resistance, but I think that we're going to most likely blow past this. A next spot for some solid resistance is most likely going to be this 44.9. This 44.9 is going to be a big spot for some resistance. Obviously, we're going to need to come up and retest it multiple times before we break it, most likely, unless we see some kind of a breakout. But right now, let's take baby steps with Bitcoin. We obviously want to get back up towards this 44.4, where we're not far from, right? We want to get past that and hopefully hold it as some support. Remember, a couple days ago, I was saying, the breakout, I'm not really focused on where we break out to. I'm more focused on where do we find support, right? I don't care if we shoot up to 50,000. If it's short-lived and we find support back down to where we were at, who freaking cares, right? But if we shoot up, to 50,000 and we find some support at 48,000, then that's an awesome solid move right there, because we're holding at certain levels that aren't far from where we just hit our head on, and that's what we want to see. So with that being said, obviously we're going to need to retest this level right here at that 44.4 probably a couple times, maybe at least 1 or 2 times. Retest that level, hopefully we break it, and then we'll be talking about trading in this channel right here, which is going to be finding support at the 44,400 and somewhat finding our way towards the 44,900, which seems like it's a big move, but it really is not. It's maybe about a 1 or 2% move for Bitcoin, and you can see that Bitcoin can easily do that, a little bit over 1%. So we could do that easily in a day like nothing. So we're focused so much on Bitcoin, obviously, our beloved Milady, but we want to see Bitcoin move at the end of the day. This is what's going to drive the market. So we'll see how this plays out. We'll see if we stay around where we're at right now and we kind of form somewhat of a bull flag, descending triangle. That could be also a nice bullish move, where you guys know, even if it's a small bullish flag, let's see here, something like, that was a bad line right there. Something like this would be some kind of a descending triangle. Maybe we'll kind of stay in this channel, bounce, maybe if we drop but we hold the bottom of this channel somewhere around 43.9, somewhere around there, and then at some point we have some kind of a breakout where we'll probably, like I said, we're going to most likely hit this spot right here as some resistance, 44,009, somewhere around there. Now checking on Milady, you guys can see the last few days we were having some pretty big moves, right? We saw this big move, 10-12%, right? And kind of this beautiful W pattern. Looked like we had a double top, retested a little bit higher at around the 59. Didn't make it all the way up to that 60 mark. And since then, we've had a slow little bleed off, right? We dropped down this morning down to about 53. And since then, we are sitting right under that 55 mark. Like I keep telling you guys, we're at the mercy of Bitcoin. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why the heck did Bitcoin pump today and Milady didn't, right? Milady didn't really pump. We saw a couple projects actually make some solid moves, and we'll go over them in a little while. But why didn't Milady pump? Well, big thing about that is, honestly, I think that Milady right now is pretty much sitting in the back burner for a lot of investors, right? We have all of us that, that obviously are diehards on Milady, but for the most part, this goes for probably majority of your altcoins, right? Particularly a few of them did have a solid day today, right? They are on par with whatever Bitcoin's doing. Milady normally is, right? But today, she really didn't react positively like whenever Bitcoin jumped up towards 44,400. You would have thought that Milady would have jumped up easily back up towards that 59, maybe even broke the 60. We didn't see that today, right? And I think it's like I said, I think a lot of investors are holding off right now on jumping into a lot of meme coins. Bitcoin dominance went up a little bit, about 0.2%. Seems small, but I mean, it is a big move when you're talking about a project that's technically right under $1 trillion. I mean, that's a pretty solid move in about a day, right? Just moving that 0.2%. So what I'm getting to is have patience. As long as we see Bitcoin, just doing really well and getting back up to these levels like we've been predicting, 45, back up, maybe looking at 50,000. We know we're going to be at 50,000 here soon. Milady is going to start pumping. It might be a lag effect, but she's going to start pumping. So exciting. If anything, you're getting an opportunity to continue to dollar cost average in. She's basically on a delayed mission right now, kind of just waiting, letting everybody pack up their bags before we start taking off, right? So with that being said, Milady's market cap still sitting right under that $40 million mark. So still in that small market cap range where, I mean, you're just getting a beautiful opportunity. I don't know how much longer we're going to have to be able to accumulate at these levels. So take advantage of it. Looking at the daily crypto bubbles, not to be surprised that majority of the projects are in the green. But one thing that I'm noticing is that they're not just in the green. You have a lot of projects that are really in the green, right? I mean, you can see XMR obviously is right in our face, at 23%. Rose, CFX, CAS. Let's see here if anything's standing up. Ordinals is definitely sitting up at 7%. DYM, Algo, Render. You have a lot of projects that are up 5, 10, 20% for the day. So these are going to be your first round movers, right? That really reacted in sync with Bitcoin. Perfectly fine. Trust me, a project like Milady will be moving as well. Everybody's going to have their time in the sun. So for sure, like I keep saying, just have patience. If anything, it's giving you a perfect time to really just, continue to dollar cost average in. And this isn't just for Milady, really for whatever project that you believe in, right? Even if it's Bitcoin or whatever the case may be. So let's see here. Tony said next week is Valentine's Day, hump day, kind of kinky. Oh, man. And then Eller said, let's see if Milady starts up now. Bitcoin is doing good. Exactly. Even if she's, waits a few days, as long as Bitcoin's holding these higher levels and continuing to move, watch, you're going to start seeing money flowing back into a lot of these meme coins. Milady's not the only meme coin that's really that's stagnant today. We'll go over a few, but I think it's a lot of people are just in a little bit more secure projects, or they're adding to these secure projects, right? While they see Bitcoin moving. Let's see here. Eller said, yeah, we already read that one. And then Astra, 20 billion coins today. Nice. Is that what you picked up today? 20 billion of Milady? Nice. If that's what you picked up, that's awesome. And that's a solid buy right there. That's a solid buy in just one buy. Oh yeah. BP, what's going on, brother? Let's go, Milady gang. We are live. We're here live. Nice discount we got today. Exactly. And she's still on discount right now. Asher said, what's your thought on Mava? We'll check that out here in a second. We'll definitely check that out. Just remind me as we continue to move. I want to stay on track, though, for the show real quick, because I always fall off track. And you just, when you fall off track, you can't go back, right? Make sure you guys hit the like. We got 20 people here and only 5 likes. What are you guys doing to me, man? Come on, guys. Hit that like for me. For the channel, for the algorithm. So let's check out some news articles real quick, and then we're going to go through some projects, everything that you guys want to look at. So Bitcoin tops 44,000 with whale accumulation suggesting conviction and more price gains. Let's check this out. So let's see here. Bitcoin surged Wednesday over 44,000 to a fresh 4-week high amid increased BTC accumulation by large holders and new all-time highs and U.S. equity indices. The largest and oldest crypto by market value rose from 42.7 earlier in the day to as much as 44,300, its highest price since January 12th. The day after spot Bitcoin exchanges traded funds, ETF began trading in the USA. Oh, that's pretty. I didn't even realize that. So we started trading on the 12th for, well, not we, but as far as the ETFs. We haven't been back there. It's been since January 12th. So think about that. It's been 3 weeks. We're finally starting to rebound from the ETFs, right? Now, Bitcoin's 2.5 advance over the past 24 hours is pacing the CoinDesk 20's 1.6 gain over the same time frame. ETH is among other upside movers ahead 2.3. Lagging is Cardano with 0.5 or 0.4 decline. They had to do that to Cardano, really? Watch, I'm telling you guys, with ADA, I do own ADA. I'm not like crazy, like I'm not like, have massive ADA, but I do have a big bag, and it's just been sitting there for a while. And I think that ADA, like it did in the last bull run, I'm telling you, it was like dormant. Everybody was crying, complaining about, ADA, because the whole market was pumping, and ADA really wasn't. It was up, but it wasn't up like nothing crazy. And then out of nowhere, this thing just came alive and started taking off. We went all the way from like 90 cents up to $3.50 back in 2021. So don't write off ADA. And I'm saying the same thing about XRP. I'm telling you guys, saying the same thing about XRP. I don't own any XRP. I don't own any of it. But it just, the way it seems, it's like the same thing with XRP with ADA. People are kind of getting, or, we already know people are like all, not pissed, but they're just like over it with XRP. And not really no big price movement. And you can see a lot of people are like moving their funds from XRP over to other projects. And watch, whenever we get into this next bull run, it might be a lag effect, but XRP is going to end up blowing up. Definitely, we know XRP is going to at least get to $1 for sure. That's just like a given, right? Craig said, welcome. Milady had small dip last night. Yeah, she did. She had a little small dip. We'll check out the charts here in a second. But yeah, she's kind of trickled down last night. Obviously, this was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. We were kind of, we saw this nice move and we were moving up, at least holding that 5.4, 5.5. And you can see since last night, we started to trickle down, and then you could see this dip right here. We were holding the 5.5, and then boom, we got hit with this dip right here. It is what it is. Like I was telling everybody at the beginning of the stream, we didn't see necessarily Milady kind of pump today on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was making some big moves. Milady wasn't a big mover, wasn't part of the big movers today, which is perfectly fine. Give it time. Have patience. We're all here. We know this is a long-term thing, so just have patience. I guarantee this thing's going to start moving. Well, let's see here. Astra said, laugh aloud, true. But I think it's a gym just came out. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely check it out. I if it just came out, I highly doubt it's going to be on TradingView, but we'll definitely check it out. Free said, what's up, Crypto FUD? What's your opinion on Terra Luna Classic? We'll definitely check out. We're going to look up, Astro wants to look up something, and we'll look up Terra Luna here in a second. I will say, from looking at the bubbles from the last few weeks, Terra Luna Classic has been one of the only ones that have been in green. So we'll check out the charts. You guys know my opinion on Luna Classic, though, right? Not a hater, no FUD on it. I just one of those projects that me personally, I just kind of I stay away from now. You know what I'm saying? I just don't really. It's hard. I don't know. I really just stay away from it for right now. I'm not really too. Not really going crazy on anything, with Luna Classic. So, but I know there's still a big community out there. And I know, that definitely if you have, the people behind it, anything can happen. So real quick, let's finish this article real quick. So it says that large investors increase their asset accumulation. The number of Bitcoin wallets holding over 1,000 tokens. You imagine holding 1,000 Bitcoin, roughly $44 million, rose to multi-month high of 73, said Martinez, citing Glassnode data. That's crazy. That is crazy. So that means the whale wallets they're showing you the whale wallets are accumulating, right? They bought this dip, they're accumulating. So everything's looking good for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin starts doing good, the market is going to start doing good, right? I mean, sometimes it's not an immediate thing where, Bitcoin jumps up to 50 grand, we're going to be up, up at new local highs, that day. It's going to take time, right? Let Bitcoin do its thing. Let it kind of build the confidence back up in the market. Then you'll see money really start flowing back into meme coins. For right now, when Bitcoin, like what we just went through the last few weeks since the ETF, it kind of deteriorated a lot of investors, I'm sure, right? Because we were up at 44, 45, 46,000, jumped up to 49, and then we dropped all the way down to 39,000. I mean, we're used to it, right? But if you're a new investor or you're not really built for this life, just yet, those dips right there spook people out, right? They spook people out, and they're like, this is just, they think it's, it's going back down, or it's just, they're just not used to a correction, right? And you guys know, I've been telling you guys this for the last few weeks. Before we even really made this big drop, I told you guys, this move from the top right here, right? 22%. I told you guys, whenever Bitcoin is on a rally, and I mean like we're in a bull run and we're moving and we're going to start making new highs, you're going to see these dips. You're going to see it. It's just part of, the movement. This is back in 2021. I've showed you guys this plenty of times. Look at this first time. We made an all-time high at about 42,000. We dropped 32% after we made that high, right? Everybody was thinking that we're going back to 10 grand. And look what happened. Followed by that 32% drop, you guys can see we jumped up 105%, right? 105% after that drop, and we made a new all-time high. But look what happened right after that all-time high. Another 20% drop. About 25% drop from that all-time high. I mean, it's natural. And then after that, followed by another 43% gain, making another all-time high. And you can see how the chart works, right? So when we're over here, and you can see, zooming out, look at the all-time highs and look where we're at right now. We are not far from where we left off just 2 or 3 years ago. I hope you guys are excited, honestly, because I'm telling you, things have been very boring, right? Things have been very boring, but I think you need to just honestly, when in doubt, zoom out. Zoom out, see where we're at, see where we were. We're not far. We're not far, guys, right? And I focus a lot on Bitcoin today just because I'm trying to give you guys that hopium. Because right now, when you're looking at Milady's charts, it's like nothing's really going on yet, right? But it will. It will come. I'm telling you. So if you're able to buy these dips, take advantage of the price action that we have right now. Because I'm telling you, every time it happens, when we're in a bull run, you're going to look back and you're just going to be asking yourself. You're going to be looking in the mirror and you're going to be like, why didn't you buy more? You're going to be all mad at yourself. Why didn't you buy more, right? Well, I guess I'm the only one that looks at myself in the shower and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, bro, why didn't you buy more? Like, seriously? You could have bought so much more. You have this dry powder and it's still sitting here, and you could have put it in or added it to the project, right? So Solana back up above $100. Now let's check out. So Astra was first. Let's see here. So Mavia. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. If it's new, is this it right here? Yeah, he said it's new. I want to see something real quick. Do you think this is going to be, is it a DeFi project? I wonder if I can find it in the DeFi, because sometimes they'll give me a little bit better history on this. So it looks like it's trading on Ethereum. Let's see if there's right here. Heroes of Mavia. Heroes of Mavia is a mobile Web3 MMO strategy game developed by Scryce Studios. The game takes place in a fantasy-themed island called Mavia, where players build bases on plots of land and battle neighboring bases and armies to earn in-game resources such as rubies. Rubies can be used to craft and trade legendary items, NFTs such as skins, statues, and consumable and more. Nice. So it's basically a Web3 game is what it is. I mean, it looks pretty dope. I mean, it looks pretty dope. Let me get. It sounds pretty dope, right? As far as the charts, obviously, it looks like we're on our way up. It started trading as of looks like the 6th. So this thing just came out yesterday. Just came out yesterday. Let's see here. Website. Let's check it out real quick. Gotta check it out for my boy. Graphics aren't bad if that's what it looks like. Oh yeah. So it says it's a AAA art and development game studio. So that's pretty cool. And if you guys are familiar with like gaming, AAA is like your Call of Duties, your higher quality games. So that's one thing I was gonna say. If it does have graphics like this, that's solid. That's pretty dope because usually in the crypto for right now, just like because crypto games are so new, that the technology's there, but the graphics aren't necessarily like this was, I haven't looked at games recently, but just like a year or two ago, like on Gala and stuff like that, when you see games, the games weren't like, like, wow, they were kind of like 10 years ago games kind of looking like, right? So the fact that these graphics are pretty cool. So one thing I will say about the whole gaming thing is I think you're early in the gaming world, right? With crypto, I think that's going to be a very big thing down the road. I really do. So if you can find some projects that you think are going to be long term, getting into them now wouldn't be nothing but a good thing, right? Now, you think about Gala. And Gala has been just not doing good at all, right? From what I've heard and collected, Gala, is not doing good because all the investors are like suing each other. Not investors, the creators, right, are all suing each other for whatever the hell is going on with Gala. So you have other platforms that are coming out like Beam. Beam is a big project that's really trying to take over the whole Gala space, right? And being able to host a bunch of games on their platform, So I know for a fact that down the road, gaming and crypto is going to be a big thing, right? And being able to play whenever they have like really cool games, and you're able to actually game and get some kind of a native token off of whatever that game is, as far as like an incentive, that would be a plus, right? That would be an awesome thing for people to be able to game, and whatever the case may be, if it's just gaming and winning the battles or whatever, you get you earn some kind of tokens or coins or whatever the case may be. That would be awesome as well. Like, as far as what I'm getting to is, I feel like there's going to be a big market. There already is, but there's going to be a big market in gaming for crypto. So if this is something that you believe in long term, it came out yesterday. So there's not going to be a big, as far as me telling you where there's going to be some support, it's sketchy right now. Looking at a brand new, brand new chart that just came out yesterday. But I will say, if you see any dips, any solid dips, obviously take advantage of it. Right now, with the market cap being at around $111 million, it's very small, right? It's very small. So, I mean, right now, I'm sure this thing's not probably on a lot of exchanges. We actually can check. So maybe getting in right now, you're getting in before even like most investors even know about it, or they can buy in. Well, actually, this thing's on KuCoin, Gate, Bybit. So, I mean, it's already on a lot of bigger exchanges. So, definitely, as far as the way it looks, doesn't look bad. It's so new that you don't even really have any, you can see it's really hasn't even confirmed the market cap actually and how many circulating supply are in the project. But if this is correct, only 30 million coins are in circulation. So, doesn't look like a bad project for sure. Now, what was the other project that we wanted to look at? Luna Classic. Let's check out Luna Classic, brah. Let's check it out. I'm like blown away that Luna's still around, dude. After everything it's been through, I was like blown away that it's still around. What's the market cap on Luna? It's probably still up there like freaking $800 million. $600 million. That's craziness. That's awesome. I mean, it's still, like I was saying, it's just crazy everything that happened, and there's still such a strong community on Luna Classic, right? Such a strong community on Luna Classic. So you can see with Luna Classic, I mean, definitely. So you can see 200-day moving average right here, right? You can see it confirmed, bounced, had this massive move up. What was that move right there? Damn, I didn't even realize this thing did that. Almost a 300% move. This was back in November. This was obviously when everything was moving in the market, right? This just tells me, because this was when Milady was pumping too, right? And this was when like 90% of the projects on crypto were going crazy, like almost in sync with everything, right? This just tells me that Luna Classic, I think in this next bull run, probably will probably do pretty well. Believe it or not, right? Believe it or not. I know a lot of people are like, ugh, Luna Classic. I can't believe they're still around, but the fact that they're still holding a market cap of $600 million, this project probably won't do bad in this next bull run. It's above its 200-day moving average, right? Above the 200-day moving average. You can see it's bounced multiple times. If I was looking for a spot to maybe dollar cost average in, honestly, where it's at right now, not a terrible spot, but if you can catch any of these dips where it bounces right on this 200-day, and this is going to be at the 90 mark. So obviously, it would have to gain a zero again, drop down towards that 90, where it's finding support at the 200-day. That would be probably a solid spot to continue to dollar cost average in, or if for whatever reason you're sitting on the sidelines, not a bad spot to start buying in if this is a project that you believe in. I will say, not much on Luna Classic other than the fact that this thing shot up 285% when everything else was moving in the market. Tells me that most likely when Bitcoin starts getting back up to like $50, $60, $70,000, Luna Classic's probably going to have a nice run as well. So I guess we got to put this in our radar. You can't sleep on Luna Classic, right? Believe it or not. So let's see here. Soul, what's going on, brother? Adam said I got another 3 billion this morning, 78 billion now. Nice, bro. You're gonna be at 100 billion soon. So Modesto said Caspa is good. We'll check out Caspa. We'll check out some Caspa. Oh, look at this. Look at these charts. Look at this. Look at this beautiful drawing right here, guys. Look at that beautiful drawing. And it looks like it wants to play out. Or you know what? I didn't even realize it's actually pumping today. Caspa is one of the projects that actually are pumping with Bitcoin, right? And you can see. So I was telling you guys, I don't remember when we drew this, right? But I was like, this thing's sitting in this channel, right? If you can catch anything down in this channel, and I'm guessing this is what I was saying, probably whenever we made this a few weeks ago or a month ago, but if you catch anything around the bottom of this channel, somewhere around the 9 cent mark, you know, if you're able to get anything under the 9.5 cent mark, solid buy right there, right? Because you can see this thing actually is taken off, and it really hasn't retraced like a lot of projects did, right? Again, look in November, just like we looked at Luna Classic, same thing. All these projects, and so did Milady, same thing. We shot up in November, right? This was back in November. We had these nice runs, and a lot of projects cooled down. Obviously, we see how Milady right here. This was actually Milady took off in December. So that's what I remember when I was telling you guys at the beginning of the stream. Meme coins, how meme coins work is you're going to see the bigger projects move. Bitcoin obviously is going to lead the way. You're going to see the bigger projects move first. Then as the market kind of confirms that we're in some kind of a bull move or bull market, people start venturing off. Meme coins start going nuts, right? So you can see in November, everything was pumping. But look, in December, that's when we had our pump, right? That's when we had our pump. Caspa, November, just like Luna Classic, had a pump in November, right? Had a pump in November. But what I was getting to is regardless of the time frame, you can see for Milady, we retraced a big chunk, right? Obviously, with the market cap being at around $40 million, you're going to see a more dramatic move for this project, right? For Milady versus Caspa, I'm sure the market cap is a lot more compared to Milady. Yeah, $2 billion market cap, right? So you're going to see less dramatic moves for the upside and the downside, right? So we saw this nice move, topped out at around 15 cents, And since then, it really hasn't retraced much. It really was in a consolidating range right here. And I remember telling you guys, this thing's going to end up breaking out again. Now, you can't say that it's broke out again necessarily. It's having a solid day, but I wrote this drawing and I kept it there because I knew we were going to come back eventually. And you can see what I was basically indicating was that it's going to most likely have these little pumps, maybe some retracement towards the downside of this channel, but eventually this thing's going to catch traction and it's going to start taking off again, going up to retest these local highs right here. And if not, eventually breaking those local highs and getting to some new numbers that we probably haven't seen in Caspa in a very long time. Now, I'm not familiar with Caspa, but it looks like these are all-time highs from what I'm seeing. So, Caspa definitely, I mean, if you look at this chart, this is the full chart right here. This thing looks very bullish. Looks very bullish. So, definitely not a decent project right there, for sure. Now, let's see here. Craig said, what are you looking at? Had to cut up some sweet potatoes. Right now, I don't know when you asked, but we're looking at Caspa right now. Don't burn your potatoes, man. So, Crip, what's going on, brother? Has your DCA target changed from 54 on ladies, no FUD? So, let me see here. That's a good question because things change, right? Things change. For sure. So he's asking, so this was back a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago when we were trading in this channel, right? I was telling everybody, for me personally, anything below about the 55, 54, I was dollar cost averaging in, right? Well, since we dropped down towards the 40s briefly, I was able to buy in some big chunks, right? And since then, we really have taken off and we've jumped up towards around the 58, retraced back into this channel, which was around the 52 to, what was the bottom? Yeah, about 55, 54 to 52. So to answer your question, I have been dollar cost averaging in. I really haven't. The other day I bought in was right before we took off. It was around here at around the 53 mark. So really what I've been doing is kind of just like looking, like if we have a down day where we're down in the lower 50s, is really what I've been looking for, really. Because right now, I'm not gonna sit there and like, oh, it's at 55. I'm not gonna buy in, or I'm not gonna add to my bag. If I want to add to my bag, I'm just gonna add to it right now because regardless if it's at 55 or if it's at 52, I'm not really worried about it because it's only like a 5% difference, right? Like I was telling you guys, I think yesterday or a few days ago, when we get up into this bull run and we're at multi-billion-dollar market cap, that 5%, I'm not worried about it, right? That 5% right now, I'm not worried about it whatsoever because it's going to be minute compared to where we're at, where we're going. So if I can get in right now at these prices, even right now at $40 million market cap, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average in. Now, if we see dramatic moves, like I have been, or like we've been seeing periodically where we drop down 48, that's where I'm buying bigger bags, right? So that's why when we kind of went back into this channel over here and where we've been at lately, I haven't been necessarily buying a lot. I've been buying like $1 billion here, $1 billion there. But because when we dropped down to these areas over here, I took such advantage of it and was buying like 10 times what I normally would buy, in dollar cost average times, that I was able to really, I feel like I was pretty content with where I was at. And I was kind of just waiting to see what we're going to be doing. Because like I said, if we take off from here, I wouldn't be upset whatsoever. If we drop down, I'm just going to buy more, right? I'm in that spot where I'm sure a lot of us are where, because we're all smart here, right? And we're all investing money that's just collecting dust, sitting in a shoebox, or that's just sitting in your bank account that you're not going to get any kind of interest off of, right? So we're putting it into our special projects like Milady. So I have no rush, I don't have anything to worry about with that money. Like I'm just leaving it be, and I'm in no rush. So I dollar cost average in when we see bigger dips. If the market kind of goes stagnant, I kind of will still watch it and see, what's going on. But for right now, even anytime right now, just buying in at any of these prices really is not a bad buy, because at the end of the day, where we're headed, it's not going to be a big deal. as far as if you're buying in right now or if you're waiting for it to drop 3 or 4%. It's really not going to be that big of a deal. So let's see here. Adam said 22 billions away. All right. Hold on here. I think I'm Free said, thanks for checking Luna. Yeah, you got it, brother, man. I appreciate you being here. So David said 100 billion is that sweet spot for Milady. Definitely, that's the goals right there. That's a little bit more than what I have right now. And Adam said the same thing. Yeah, I'm hoping to hit 100 billion this month. Let's see here. My average DCA is 68. You mean for Milady 68? That's not too bad. So right now, even right where we're at right now, even if you buy in, you're bringing your average down, right? So I mean, that's what I'm saying. It really doesn't matter for me. I'm just going to keep continuing to add not only for Milady, but any of my projects that I believe in, because I feel like we're right there on the verge of another, big pump where we're going to start seeing. And I think this time it's not going to be like a quick little pump like we saw in November. I think we're going to start moving up slowly but surely. Bitcoin's going to slowly start getting back up to that 50,000 mark, and we're going to continue to move. I really do think we're going to continue to move. Honestly, obviously, we're going to see cool offs here and there, but I think the market's really shaping itself out to really start getting up towards some of these levels that we were just seeing 6 to 8 weeks ago and exceeding those levels as well. So let's see here. So David said, hit the like button, guys. Let's check on those likes. We're not doing bad. 35 people here, 20 likes. I mean, you guys are doing a little better, right? A little better. I appreciate it. A like only takes a second to hit. Just hit it. Let me get a glass of water here. Hold on. Thank you. So let's see here. Sorry if I miss anybody's stuff here. Sorry if I miss anybody's questions. I'm sticking to 14 billion ladies for Craig. Okay. Craig said, what's PRQ looking like? We'll check that out here in a second. And he said he's got 18,000 Caspa. Not skipping anybody, but we got it. Jojo, thank you so much for the 5 super chat, bro. I appreciate that, brother, man. If you got any questions, let me know, dude. Let me know. I appreciate the support, though. I thank you so much for the support for the channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see here. So Prodigy said, I don't think I asked before, but what's the minimum realistically to have that will basically get you set for retirement? Well, I mean, it depends. Like, what do you want to retire on, bro? Like, are you trying to retire a billionaire? You trying to retire, like comfortable with a nice house and some land? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's comfortable retirement for you? I don't know about for like, as far as like money wise, right? I think a solid retirement, who knows really nowadays, right? With prices being so much and so high up, it's like, I feel like going into retirement, remember, retirement means you're not going to be working anymore. It doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to be bringing in any money, but you're not going to be working anymore, right? So, I feel like going into retirement, you're going to need at least like $1 to $5 million, right? And that's with already having a house that's already pretty much paid for, right? You know what? You can't go into retirement and you still have massive bills. So think about it. Let's just say to get $1 million, if Milady, I'm trying to think of the math. Like, so if Milady goes up to what levels, how much would you need of Milady for you to be a millionaire? That's a good question, right? That is a good question. We'll have to do the math on that. I really can't think off the top of my head, how much you would need right now. Well, let's think about this. So we anticipate, let's just say Milady does 100x right now, right? Let's say Milady does 100x in this next bull run. For you to 100 times what equals a million would be $1,000, right? No. $1,000. That would be, hold on, I'm just got a brain. 1,000. Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't be. So you would need $10,000 right now of Milady to get $1 million in the bull run. If Milady does 100x, you would need $10,000. So, you can kind of hope, I made it easier as far as doing the math. Right now, let's just say Milady, like I said, does 100x, you're gonna need at the very least, $10,000 of Milady right now to become a millionaire, right? And that's before paying any kind of fees. You can only imagine if you're cashing out $1 million, what you're going to be paying in fees would be probably, I don't even want to know. Imagine what crypto.com would charge you if you're selling $1 million. You'd probably be sent in the hospital to see how much you're like trying to cash out $1 million. They're like, yep, all right, yep, you have $1 million in Milady after the transaction. We're going to give you $600,000. They take like 40% off, right? No, not really, but so that kind of puts it right there. So if let's say if you needed $5 million to retire comfortably, right? Seems like a lot of money, right? But depending on what the age you're going to retire, what if you live to be 100 years old, bro, and you're trying to retire at 45? You got 60% of your life still left, right? So you're going to want, you're going to need, like 5 or even probably more, depending on if you have kids and stuff like that. So with that being said, $5 million, you would need somewhere around 5 times the 10. So you would need somewhere around $50,000 right now of Milady. That's if we do 100x. Now you start getting into some of these crazy numbers. Like what if we did a 500x, right? What if we did a 500x? Well, then now you can basically say that $10,000, you would only need, I think, 5,000, somewhere around there, like $5,000 right now to be a millionaire. That's when it starts kind of making it a little bit more reachable for us, right? Because I know some of you guys have somewhere around there. You guys are just, if you say you have, like 150 billion Milady, I know that's like $4,000 or $5,000 right now. Because I know with my bag, I was like, damn, I have that many $1,000 in Milady. Like I was like, holy crap, I didn't even realize that. Just from dollar cost averaging in, you don't even realize it stacks up like that, right? So let's see here. Craig said 250 billion can get you a $500,000 is my guess. 250 billion. Yeah, I don't know how much 250 billion is of Milady right now, technically. You guys would have to do the math. Prodigy said no work. Well, let's just say 500K. 500K. Well, then if you're looking for $500,000 to retire, then that makes it a little bit more easier, because if we do 100x, you would only need about $5,000, right? If we did 1,000x, you would only need about $2,500 to hit that 500 grand, right? So it just shows you though, like if we do 100x, or 1,000x, which is very, very possible. It's honestly, it's not unheard of, right? Remember what Shiba and Doge did, when they went into a bull run, they 1,000x'd, right? And from where they were at from the bottom. I'm not saying like when they were already at, hundreds of millions of dollars, but when they were first starting off and people were able to get in at numbers that we're in right now at $40 million, if we went up to $40 billion, dude, that's a massive move. $40 billion is like 1,000x from where we're at right now. That's like 1,000x from right now. So that means if you're holding $5,000 of Milady, you're going to have $5 million. Let that sink in. So if you're even holding $1,000 and we 1,000x, that's $1 million that you would break out of as far as Milady. I mean, that's crazy. Crazy. Let's see here. Again, Jojo, because it's still on my screen. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you again. Really appreciate that, man. Let's see here. So, Crip said, yeah, you do stack them bags. Craig said 200 billion ladies at the price of is $1 million. There you go. I'm young, still all I need is 200K, 500K, and I can flip that easy. There you go. David said, if we lose 2 more zeros, we're straight for sure. 2 more zeros. I don't think people realize that 2 more zeros is like 100x from where we're right now. If it literally dropped 2 full zeros, we would be at like 100x right now. So didn't Shiba do more than 1,000x years ago? Yeah, I'm just speculating because I don't even remember what Shiba started off at, right? I just know where Shiba went. I heard about what people were, what they made. There was a story. I don't know how true it is, but there was a story of a guy that back in 2018, 19, whenever Shiba first came out, it was you can only buy Shiba on Uniswap and like on swaps on Ethereum. Supposedly, this wallet he ended up putting in, because Ethereum's gas fees were outrageous at the time, but he ended up putting in like $12,000, right? After the gas fees, he ended up paying or getting $8,000 around there of Shiba. Now remember, this was like when Shiba was at its low. Market cap was like at like $1 million, right? Put like 8 grand into it. Ended up cashing out over $1 billion when we went into the bull run and Shiba went up to $40 billion. Now I know the wallet was real because we were watching it at the time, and the market was basically, the wallet was dormant. Right when we went up to about $40 billion, this person or whoever it was started cashing out on Shiba. And I wasn't even mad. I was just like, wow. Like this has to be like for the history books. This person put in under $10,000, was able to come out with hundreds of millions of dollars, because who knows what he got after the fees and stuff like that. But just something like that. Shiba in 2021 was the top gainer, and that was a meme coin. The top gainer of 2021. Just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. That's why you always got to have respect for those. But remember, I'm not shilling, or I'm not like talking bad on Shiba or Doge or anything like that, because those, I always have respect for all those are like the OG meme coins, right? I just think this time around we're gonna have a whole new team of meme coins that are gonna be top dogs, and I think Milady is gonna be one of them. I really do think Milady is gonna be one of them. And that brings me to, anybody been taking advantage of Myro? Anybody been taking advantage of Myro? I know I have. I told you guys once it got down to a certain levels that I was gonna probably be dollar cost averaging in, and I didn't catch the bottom, but I did buy in at around this was back here because it dropped all the way down to 4 cents. I did start buying in at around 5 cents, and I did add some today at around 5 cents again. So the reason why I've been adding Myro is because it's still been holding on very strong, and the market cap this morning was at like $51 million. So I bought in. I just kept adding because, again, very small market cap, right? Very, very much potential for the up as far as the gains, So I've been telling you guys, small market cap, $50 million is back down to $50 million. Remember, this thing just came out recently, but the market cap, let's see, in the last month, you guys can see Myro has only been out since the end of November, so about 2 months now. And you guys can see, it had a nice run, went all the way up to about $240 million, and it has dropped down towards around 50 when I was buying in. So just been adding in. Nothing crazy. Obviously, I have like 100 times more of Milady, as far as dollar-wise, but I've been adding, slowly but surely. Small market cap. It's on the Solana network, so it's going to be, it's going to have that hype behind it. And the circulating supply, there's only $1 billion in max supply, and it's at 94% circulating supply at around $944 million. So you guys know market cap, circulating supply, check, right? So, and then hype, check. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just start adding in. I keep just catching these dips, and I keep just adding in, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Myro, even if it doesn't do anything crazy, maybe jumps up to like $1 billion market cap, in this next bull run. So, diversifying, right? Diversifying. It's another small cap that I'm adding to the bag. Let's see here. Astra said, you got great analytics skills. I appreciate that. What's your profession, if you don't mind sharing? As far as profession, I was talking about this the other day. I really keep, my my career separate from, my YouTube and stuff like that, just because technically I work for $1 billion company, and I am not allowed to really share what I do, particularly, or where I work, believe it or not. And it's not military. I don't think it's military. So if it was military, I'd be getting someone to be knocking on my door right now, like, you said too much. No, but I work for $1 billion company, and right now I do a lot of stuff. I'm big on computers, I will tell you that. So, but charts and investments are my life, right? They're my life, So eventually, what I'd love to do is be here full time with you guys. I'd love to be full time with you guys as far as YouTube and just with the charts and stuff like that, right? Like I always preach for the channel, financial freedom. I appreciate what I do, But at the same time, I work for somebody, right? I work for a corporation. So it's like at the end of the day, I want to be free. I don't want to have to take vacation time from. I want to be able to just do what I want to do, right? I want to be free, just like all of us, right? We all, if we play our cards right, that's something that we all can acquire. So, but, and Troy said, you got this, Troy. We're all going to get this, bro. I'm telling you guys, we're going to have celebrations when we get into this next bull run. All of us. So, but Astro, I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you so much, man. Craig said, I'm a butcher. I have 0 TA skills. He's a butcher. You got to watch out for Craig. This guy's chop you up. Miex said, I have stuck some money wrapped. Hold on. I have stuck some money wrapped Luna Classic and Coinbase. Can't exit out. Do you guys have any idea? So at Luna? Did they stop trading on Luna Classic? Because I know I got a message for a couple of my exchanges that they were by like February you couldn't buy anymore. But I could have sworn that you could still move. You can maybe I don't know if someone else can help you out. If you guys can help Miex, he's saying that he has Luna Classic, but it's stuck in Coinbase. I wonder if you can send your Luna Classic maybe to a DeFi wallet or some kind of a storage wallet and maybe move it to an exchange that might be still able to sell. I don't know if you're able to do something like that, or if maybe you can swap your Luna Classic for something else. Let's see here. Prodigy said, there we go. Prodigy was asking the same question. Troy said, I made it, Milady, to the moon. So Daddy asked, what will happen if we reach 100% total supply? Automatic burn? So that's a good question. I will tell you right now, Daddy, a lot of people have been asking that, and let's pull up the wallets for Milady. So wallets for Milady at around 17,500. I pulled this up because there is, so as far as a burning mechanism, we really don't know exactly what's going on with that, but I will say there is a wallet. It's the number 15th wallet that says it's a null, it's a dead wallet, right? And it has $500,000 worth of Milady in there. So I don't know what the story is behind there, if they're already slowly burning coins, or if maybe whenever they initially started, they took off like one, because it's about 1%, right? It's about 1% of this wallet circulating supply is in a dead wallet. So I don't know any story on behind that. But as far as down the road and them doing some kind of a burning mechanism, I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually implemented that, because that's exactly what Shiba did as well. Now, we're talking down the road when the market cap is a lot bigger than what it is right now, and there's a lot less in circulation, meaning there's a lot of people are holding on to the project. Shiba did something to where I think they were burning it on per transaction, right? Just small increments per transaction, and it wasn't really much though. Like you would see, like you could chart it out and you could see like how many millions were being burned. But when you're talking about trillions of ladies, when you talk about millions, it's nothing. It's like a drop in a bucket, right? So I think down the road, they'll probably have some kind of staking, maybe some kind of a burning mechanism as they build the ladies, we'll say ecosystem, right? Because I think down the road, they're eventually going to do this. I just think that right now we're in this evolving stage where for Milady, there's really not going to be much going on right now. When Shiba, and I don't mean to keep referring back to like Shiba, but it's like the one thing that we can kind of compare to. When Shiba first came out, there was absolutely nothing for Shiba as far as like it had no utility whatsoever. Shiba went up to $40 billion off of 100% pure hype. After it was able to reach the $1 billion market caps, that's when the devs started, thinking of other ways that they could actually evolve Shiba, right? And they started bringing out burning mechanism. You can go on the DeFi and there's a Shibarium, right? And there's an ecosystem for Shiba now. None of that was around. But that just tells you that a lot of these projects, they start off as memes. Like Dogecoin starts off as a meme, but they want to be so much more eventually as they evolve. So we can see if something like that was to happen for Milady, but right now we're in such early stages where it's basically just trying to evolve, trying to make a name for itself, right? And they're not going to really do anything with any like staking or burning until the market cap gets to a certain level, right? And can stay up there. Right now we're so small as a project that we still have a lot of room to grow, and we have a lot of room to move for before I think, my opinion, that they're going to really start looking into any kind of, especially burning, right? Any kind of burning mechanism. So, Super, what's going on, brother? I haven't seen you here in a little while. How's everything going? Oh, you guys didn't tell me my boy Dai was here. Dai, what's going on, bro? I was about to send a search party out for you. I feel like I haven't seen you in like a week or two. Hope everything's all right, bro. Racer, after the bull run and you've made your profits, do you plan to take some of it and catch in the rundown? Oh, 100%, Racer. So one thing, and I haven't said it in a while because we're not in that stage yet, but I will tell you, when we were moving up, right? When we were moving up fast like 2 months ago, one thing I always tell everybody is to have some kind of an exit plan. Never get married to your projects, right? I understand that we get attached to owning, these projects, right? Let's just think of like Milady. You get to a certain level of goal, like you have 100 billion Miladies, right? You feel powerful. We start going through a bull run. You're up like crazy, right? It is, believe it or not, it's hard to hit that sell button. It really is. It's hard to hit that sell button and sell your position, especially if you bought in. Since we've been screaming, this is a good buys, these are good buys, and you're up, 100x. It's hard to sell your position. It really is. But no one in here is going to judge you. I'm definitely not going to judge you if you come and you tell me that you just made massive amount of money and you sold your positions, right? You don't want to be married to these projects. We definitely are in here. We're in a community we're building. But when the time is right for you, everybody has different financial situations, right? But when the time is right for you and you feel like you have made it, you're at a certain level in your portfolio where you want to start taking profits or you want to sell everything, do it. Do it, because at the end of the day, what are we here for? We're here to make money, right? We're here to make money. All of us have different goals. I want financial freedom. And if my portfolio is telling me you hit a point where you have a cushion, you can get financial freedom, I'm going to take it, right? And I hope every single one of you guys, whatever that goal is that you get to, you guys take it, because you will be there eventually. Even if it's a year down the road, 5 years out, whatever it takes. I always tell you guys, patience, 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 right? But eventually, when we get to that level, it's going to be a hard decision for you to make, right? It seems like now you're like, it's not going to be that hard when I'm up, all this, but it for me it is, right? When I was holding on to certain projects before the last bull run, when we shot up, it was so fast that I was like I didn't even have time to like take in what was going on, and I was seeing myself. I'm like nervous. Like, do I hit the sell button right now? I'm like, I didn't plan for this. Like, it's so fast, but I'm looking at how much I'm up, right? And I'm like, I could definitely, like, this is like not life-changing money yet, but it was like right there, right? Like, this is a big cushion, and then I'm like, well, I can take this money and I can, do other things with it, right? And that's what I'm getting to. So he was asking, am I going to, take profits and ride it down? You better believe it, right? We're going to do it all over again with maybe a different project or who knows, whatever the case may be. We'll know when we get to it down the road. But the point of what I'm getting to is when the time comes, you better believe that I'm going to take profits for sure. For sure. So don't get married to your projects. Have an exit plan always. So let's see here. Super said, "All good, bro. Been a bit busy and work. The coin hasn't moved much for a few weeks now. Yeah, I mean we've been having these slow little these strides where we're moving up, and then. But I've been telling you, I'm sure you. I don't know if you've been watching the videos after the fact, but my big thing is I've been saying to everybody is that we're at the mercy of Bitcoin right now, right? We're at the mercy of Bitcoin right now, so. The market's really just waiting to see what exactly Bitcoin's got going on, right? And, especially with meme coins particularly, you're not going to see a big move in the meme coins necessarily right now until Bitcoin gets to a certain level and it's holding, right? And we're going to get there. We're definitely going to get there, but we have to make sure, and this is not me, but I'm saying like the market wants to make sure that we're really, at a secure spot like 50, 55,000. I'm just throwing numbers out there and we're going to stay around there. And this isn't just a small little move. I was getting a little psyched or distracted because look, we just actually, while we were all talking, Bitcoin jumped up to 44,435, making a new little local high. So Bitcoin's looking good. I'm telling you guys, if things continue, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, wouldn't be surprised if we start retesting this level up here at the 44,900 mark, somewhere around there. First, like I told you, I want to see us, because you can see right now, we broke this resistance right here at 44.38, but you can see we got rejected again. Before here, we pretty much touched it, got rejected. We just broke it, got rejected, and look, we're basically retesting it again. If we can keep retesting this spot, we're eventually going to break it. Like I told you guys, a bullish move would be breaking above it and finding support at this resistance right here at around 44,000, about 44,400, we'll call it, right? We're literally retesting the spot right now. We just broke it. We'll see how these candles play out as we move on. But let's see here. Kind of exciting stream today, right? Finally, kind of giving you a dose of when we get into the bull run, how it's going to be. These streams are going to be it's going to be energetic, right? It's going to be energetic. I'm going to have to get on camera here soon, right? To get on camera here so you guys can just feel the emotion. You can see it in my face, right? Let's see here. So, Craig said, marry the prophets. Exactly. There you go. Di said, bunk and ladies all day. What's bunk been doing nowadays, brother, man? Let's check out. We'll be back to our beloved ladies. Let's see what bunk's been doing. So let's zoom in a little bit on bunk. Let's see here. And another thing I do want to look at is what's Bunk's market cap. The other day we looked at it about a week ago. It was about 600 million. So yep, it's a little bit up from where it was. Yeah, you can see today it's been a decent little day. About $660 million. So you can see Bunk. Let's see here. So you can see multiple times Bunk's been dropping down where it'll go down to this 90 mark, and gain to zero. But you can see that's what it takes. Every time it does that, it drops and gets that 90. And I say like 90, like 99. Right here, it dropped down to about 93. Right here, 97. And then just recently, about 96. Every time it does that, it goes on like another run because it's like a psychological error where, and same thing with Milady, when we get up and we drop another zero again, like we did before, it's going to be a spot where it's like when you're approaching the level, you'll hit your head on it a lot because whatever the case is, people see, oh, they're about to drop a zero or they're about to gain a zero, right? When you gain a zero, people are like, let's buy in. This is a perfect spot, right? And you can see every time Bunk will start making a big move, right? Maybe not necessarily a massive move, but you can see every time it drops down to those levels, it goes on another run. It just recently made that move, so we'll have to see how it goes. Bunk, like I've been telling you guys, I think Bunk in the long run is going to be a big competitor with ladies as far as, going for that big top spot for meme coins. One thing that Bunk has behind it is it's trading on the Solana network, so a lot of hype. And this is like one of the original, meme coins that just came out, in the last 6 months on Solana. That's really been holding. I mean, the fact that it's still, it did jump up. At its prime, Bunk was, and we'll look at it, was like I think $1.3 billion, right? About $1.3 billion. Oh, look at this, about $1.5 billion Bunk went up to. You can see that. So it's still at least holding. It did have a dramatic drop, but it's still holding that 600, right under $700 million market cap. So, this thing still has a lot of people holding. Now, remember what I keep telling you guys. Looking at Bunk, definitely think it's going to make some big moves. But you see how the market cap's at $660 million, right? Milady's at $40 million. Which project do you think is going to have more of potential for higher gains? I think Ladies is going to have a massive more potential because Bunk already being right at that $700 million mark. What are you looking at in this next bull run? Maybe a 3x, possibly getting up to a few $1 billion, possibly, right? Even if we get to, just think about this. If Milady gets to where Bunk is right now, just gets to where Bunk is right now, that's what, a 15x from where we're at right now. That's a 15 plus x right now. Think about that. Just getting to where Bunk is right now. So imagine if Milady just gets to $2 billion. That's a 40 or 50x from where we're at right now. If Bunk gets up to $2 billion, that's about a 1.4x from where it's at right now. So with that being said, I think Bunk's going to do very well. I really do think Bunk's going to do really well. I think Shiba and Doge are going to do well again in this next bull run. But the potential for gains is what I'm looking for, right? That's what we're all looking for. And I think a project like Milady's is going to most likely have higher gains. That's my opinion, right? That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But Bunk looks like it definitely wants to go on another run here. I'm like I keep telling you guys, we're really at the mercy of what Bitcoin is doing, right? Bitcoin's looking great. I've been saying this for the last few weeks, I was saying, with Bitcoin, any day now we're going to start jumping back up as we get closer towards this happening. I'm telling you, something they can't take away from us. And it's the 4-year cycle. It's always played itself out pretty well, and usually ends up in a bull run. So, I've been telling you guys this. We've all been agreeing, since we were getting into 2024. Remember the streams back in Christmas, and we were all talking about this. We were all, talking about what we had lined up for 2024. And, you look at everything that 2024 is going to offer, as long as there's no curveballs, right? As long as there's no curveballs or anything like that, we're probably setting up for a big 2024 and possibly a big 2025, or maybe leading into 2025. Maybe it's not full 2025. Maybe that's when we start seeing a retracement of the bull run, depending on how long it takes for us to really get into one in 2024. But, you guys can kind of see where I'm going, with that. So definitely. So let's hear. Sorry if I am missing anybody's questions or anything like that. If I miss anything, you just ask it again. So Racer said so hold on. Super said, I say either take profits or take investments out to be safe. I say yep. And then Racer said, what you're saying reminds me of the new movie on Netflix about GME. I already have Kraken ready to go, so I can short it back down after the run history always repeats itself. Nice. So you're a leverage trader, I see. Huh. Nice. And let's see here. Tracker said, a trick I'm using right now to make sure I don't get attacked is I have 2 accounts, so I can reason with myself to sell some here since I have more in another account. Okay, there you go. And Craig said, my guess is October of 2025 will be your part chance before it dumps. I wrote it down last run, so I'll start taking profits earlier than that. Di said, win Lambo. Yeah, you remember, just you guys get ready when we get into this bull run. That's all. The people are in the chat's going to be asking that all the time. Win Lambo. Win Lambo. Craig said, I can't type. Let's see. Brock Purdy said he'll buy Milady's if he wins the Super Bowl. You imagine if someone said that though, dude? Oh my gosh! Imagine if there was a freaking ladies Super Bowl ad. Oh my gosh, bro! We should have all threw our money in. It'd have been like probably how much a Super Bowl ad. I think it's like $3 million every 30 seconds. So you imagine that we would have had to all put our allowances in. We probably would have asked for a little bit more of our allowance to get an ad going. But you imagine if like Milady's had a freaking an ad during the Super Bowl. Holy crap. Yo, Bitcoin is going nuts. Look at this, guys. Look at this gigapump that we're seeing right now. Holy crap. I wonder what's going on. That's awesome. Let's see here. Oh, so Acer asks, have you ever heard of this coin called VVS Finance? Very much so, brother, man. Very much so. I actually was involved when VVS Finance, the pre-sale, and when it dropped. I'm pretty heavy. A lot of us are heavy on Chronos, right? We're a little disappointed because we want to see Chronos do better. But yeah, VVS. I love VVS for a swap and stuff like that, and for staking. They have a solid platform for sure. I really haven't been using Chronos DeFi recently. I've been really on Solana a lot. So, but I love Chronos, brother. Craig said, yeah, it's a Chronos coin for sure. David said, got 25 million VVS. Let's see here. I made 1.8 million from 450 back in 2017, but didn't sell. And then the drop came, and I kept waiting for a bounce, but that didn't come. Damn, brother. Let's see here. Racer said, do you think it's a good? It has good potential. I'm kind of iffy about it, but it's too cheap not to buy. What do you mean? Are you talking about VVS? Adam said if it hits bunk price, that's 800. What are you talking about? $826. Is that $826 that you'll have? That's nice, bro. Craig said Super Bowl ad would be bigger than Elon on Saturday Night Live Doge. For real, really would, bro. It really would. It'd be up there. It definitely would be up there. Because I don't know, that Saturday Night Live, that anticipation, bro, because I was in Doge at the time, bro, was so big. I mean, it was so big. We had watch parties, and I mean, freaking Doge was going absolutely ballistic, dude. Going absolutely ballistic. Remember, guys, I was buying in on Doge at 2020 at like 3 cents. So when Doge started, and I'm telling you, it felt like the same thing for Milady. It was everybody was just buying in, just wait, guys, and we were all like, and eventually our time came, and it was just like everybody that was in was just like so hyped, right? So hyped. But you heard about a lot of stories, like the Dogecoin millionaire. Rode that thing all the way up to 70 cents and then didn't sell, and their portfolios were at multi-million dollars and they didn't sell, right? I mean, eventually they sold, but, everybody, there was such a big thing that everybody was saying Doge was going to go 100% to $1, right? And in my head, I was like, I'm not saying that it wasn't going to go to $1, but I was like, bro, if I'm buying it at 3 cents and I'm buying, like a heavy bag. I was like, if this damn thing goes up, I don't care if this thing goes up to like 50, 60 cents. I'm probably going to be looking to reposition myself because I'm not taking that chance of it going up to 60 cents and then me thinking I'm waiting for $1 and then it goes right back down to 3 cents. Like, I was not going to do that. So Racer said, yeah, VVS. Bro, listen, VVS is a solid project. It is a solid project on DeFi. We'll go over to it real quick. So for Chronos, VVS is one of the biggest projects, I believe, on Chronos' DeFi, right? Very big swap. It's the biggest swap on Chronos. The one thing that I say, right now buying in on VVS, market cap at around $200 million, not bad, right? Not bad. The one thing, like I was saying, was that I'm a little disappointed with Chronos and their whole DeFi right now. And it's not the fact that the exchange works great, right? Like transactions, stuff like that. I'm disappointed that, look at the volume, is only at $2.2 million. A project like VVS is only going to be good if this DeFi starts picking back up, right? Because VVS is really big on staking, doing swaps, farming, all this stuff that you can do with VVS, right? Their website's awesome, going on there. I feel like they're gonna be able to do really well if Chronos can pick back up. This $2 million volume needs to pick up. They need to do something to liven their DeFi. They need to honestly bring in a lot of developers and bring in meme coins onto Chronos. I mean, the only thing that's really been holding them up is VVS and Corgi. Corgi's like you can see Corgi's like the biggest on there right now, at $600 million. That's really the only thing that's really been holding up Chronos, so I want to see them do a lot better. I mean, you see Solana oh my God, Solana's DeFi, $3 billion. I've never seen DeFi that high up for Solana. $3 billion. That has to be some kind of mistake. Arbitrum, 300. You have all these other platforms that are doing crazy numbers, and Chronos is at $2 million volume. They definitely need to step their game up, is what I think. So let's see here. So we saw this nice pump for Bitcoin real quick. It looks like we got rejected right here at the 44,700. You guys can see, even though it was a quick pump, remember what I was saying at the beginning of the stream, and I said this a few days ago, while we were down, I was like, listen, we're going to be breaking out. I guarantee it. We're going to be breaking out. Now, what I want to see is us, as we break down, I want to make sure that we, at least if we're going to come back down right here, we're bouncing at this 44,400 mark, around there, finding some support. That's going to set us up to continue, right? If we break back down and get back into this channel, not the end of the world, obviously, but very, very bullish if we can hold these gains and at least bounce somewhere around this 44,400 mark. That'll be setting us up for in no time for us to get back up towards this 44,900 resistance spot and doing the same thing, testing it a few times and then breaking it. So yeah, Free said Bitcoin's up and away, but might crash down a little bit, and I don't know if you're here from the future telling us that, but it just did that. Nice little call right there, Free. Nico, what's going on? So Bitcoin, let's see here. Till tomorrow is going to 45. Possibly. Nico was predicting that we're going to see 45 tomorrow. Possibly. I mean, like I said, it won't be much for us to get back up to that 45,000 mark, right? I'm just happy that we're past 44, right? And we're definitely looking good. Mark my words, Milady and a lot of the meme coins are going to start reacting here soon. We're going to start seeing some reaction. It might be a little stagnant, but we're going to start seeing a reaction for sure. Let's see here. Dai said Kansas City versus San Francisco. Oh, yeah. Let's do this real quick. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. Where is it? Gosh darn it. Oh, there it is. I'm doing a poll, so hold on. Who do you guys think? Who do you guys have for Super Bowl? Who do you guys have for Super Bowl? Let's see. Let's see. We'll check it out in a few minutes. So let's see here. Craig said I had Doge at that time too. That was my first crypto. It always has a place in my heart for Doge. And same here, Craig. And that's what I was telling, back in 2021, 2020, the diehard cryptos, people were like, bro, meme coins are a scam. Meme coins, blah, blah, blah. Those same people, majority of them now have respect for meme coins. You know why? Just because what Craig just said. That was his first crypto that he ever was in, right? I was telling you guys this the other day. It's like a gateway to get into crypto, right? A lot of times people will jump in. They don't jump in on Ethereum. Maybe they'll jump in on Bitcoin, but a lot of times people will jump in on like meme coins and stuff like that. And maybe they'll have a good experience, and then they'll start, testing the waters and getting into other cryptos. And that's what I did. I went in with Doge, started off with Doge in 2020, not really knowing much. I knew about Bitcoin, obviously, right? But didn't really know much about anything else. And then after I was able to do really well in Doge, my next move was immediately going into Ethereum and really being intrigued on everything that Ethereum had to offer, right? And I was buying Ethereum at like $900, $1,000, and then during the bull run was able to capitalize on selling off at around $4,300, $4,400 on my Ethereum, right? And just kept it moving, and from there I was like hooked, right? I was like, crypto is awesome. Just not only making the money aspect, but just everything about crypto as far as the technology and the fact that it's so different from the stock market, right? I don't know if you guys ever dealt with stock markets, but the stock market, for the most people end up losing, right? People end up losing, but the stories of crypto, you have people, obviously, for you to win, there's always going to be those people that have to lose, right? But stock market, I feel like, is so much worse. In crypto, you have a lot more winner stories, people coming in and being able to, make some pretty good money off of crypto, so usually a lot of people, when you come in, you have a good experience like that. This it's like you're not like you're hooked, but this is like something that you're so interested in, right? And now you want to learn more about projects. You want to learn about other projects. You want to find like where is there hidden gems? What are these projects what is the next Ethereum, right? What's the next? I don't think there's ever going to be a next Bitcoin, but hold on one second. All right, let's see. Do we have? I'm not going to end the poll, but let's see. So far, we have about 10 votes. We got 30 people in here and only 10 votes. Come on, guys. Let's see you guys. I want to see. Right now, we have San Francisco 75%. And I'm going to give you guys what I think is going to happen in the Super Bowl, right? I'm going to give you guys what I think is going to happen and then also what do I want to happen, right? I'm going to give you what I want to happen first and then what I think is going to happen, right? So let's see here. Oops. Freaking poll is covering up the damn chat, so I can't see all of it. So Free said I got 49ers winning 31-28. Craig said I got Kansas City too. They just know how to win ugly games. Let's see here. Amar said, Amar, what's going on, brother, man? I haven't seen you here in a few days. There's big money going into the color of Gatorade. What do you mean by that? There's big money going into the color of Gatorade. Crip said, where would you put $500 since I can't word it as financial advice contacts? I mean, dude, depends on what you're looking at, right? Depends on what you're looking at right now. I mean, there's a couple projects that I'm trying to think of like right now. So let me see here. So, and I'm not saying this is where you should put your money in, right? Because not financial advice, but a big project that I believe in, a layer 2 project that I think has massive potential is Arbitrum. Arbitrum is the next big, I think layer 2 runs off of the Ethereum network, but it's a layer 2, kind of like Polygon. I really do think that this is going to be a big mover in this next bull run. Looking at the DeFi, like I was telling you guys, I mean, for today, their volume's $320 million. They're number 4 as far as top ecosystems on the DeFi. Massive projects being built on Arbitrum, especially big project that we all believe in, Milady, right? Milady is on Ethereum and also on Arbitrum. But I believe Arbitrum is going to be a big mover in this next bull run. So maybe not right now, but I would watch. You know, me personally, I've been kind of waiting to see if we're going to see any kind of big dips with Arbitrum, because I would love to get into this project at a solid price. But that's one of them that I'm looking at. You know, other projects that I believe in, Fetch AI. Fetch AI is a big project that's actually been slightly down recently from its highs. You can see right here it made a high of around 80 cents. Since then it kind of has retraced back down towards around that 56 cent mark. Smaller market cap, I think it's at around $500 million, so I'd put it around the mid market cap. Oh yeah, $460 million. But I think this project right here has potential to really do some big things if you know anything about AI and autonomous blockchains. This runs off its own blockchain for AI. It has its own bots for transactions and stuff like that. So a big believer in Fetch AI as well. Other projects, I'm trying to look at like as far as what I believe in, as far as big movers. ICP is always a good project. I just feel like, like suggesting ICP, I know this thing's going to continue to move up, but it's just like buying in at $12.50. It just kind of, I'm just like, the market cap's already, it's at top 15. It's a top 15 market cap right now at around like $7 billion. So I'm not saying that it's not going to be a really big mover, because I think ICP's potential as far as like their devs and everything they got going on with their ecosystem that they've built, definitely ahead of the others on a lot of things. Just like I said, the last year I've been covering ICP, and I've been telling you guys, you see this pink box right here? This was my buy zone at around $3, right? So me looking now at it at $12.50, I'm like, whew, it just seems expensive to me. But I know that down the road this thing's probably going to do really well. But the biggest thing is like getting that $500, and you want to make the most out of it, right? You want to make the most out of it. So just one thing I always say is like looking for projects that have smaller market caps. Their coins or tokens are already almost all in circulating supply. So you're not going to have to worry about them, dropping any more, diluting the project. And really, what does this project have to offer? Is this going to be something that we're going to need, or is this going to be something that's going to maybe be a big thing in this next bull run? Really is something I look for as well. Crypto never sleeps. Racer said, do you trade any Forex? I do not trade any Forex, bro. I do not trade any kind of currencies or anything like that. For right now, I don't even have it. You talked to me a year ago, I had some stocks in my portfolio. I sold out of all my stocks too. I don't even have any stocks. I'm strictly like 100% crypto right now. Craig said, I'm losing my hair, so when I get rich with crypto, I'll get hair plugs. Adam said, we need Coinbase and Binance. If we get those, I'm sure we'll drop 3 zeros. I don't know about 3 zeros, but if we definitely get on Binance and Coinbase, would be 100% a plus for sure. And Crip said, I got to crypto and stocks during the pandemic. I'd get like 2 to 4 hours of sleep a day for a couple months. There you go. Dedication right there. Oh, so Craig said people bet on the color of the Gatorade at the end of the game. Oh, duh. Right? Yeah, when they start dumping Gatorade on people. Okay. Bro, I forget nowadays, bro, you can bet on absolutely anything, right? You can freaking bet on absolutely anything with these games. So that makes sense. So Amar said, I know, bro, I made it. Finally caught the live stream from the gym hitting, is that Zerker squats? Also did a shout out on Coin Market Cap for the live stream. You know, it's funny, Omar. I knew that was you. I got an indicator while I was talking. While the thing started, it said that someone just tagged you on there. I was like, that must be Omar, because I know you did it that one time too. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate that, man. So Daddy was asking Milady how to get listed on Binance. So what I was saying about with Milady was, you know, eventually down the road, I honestly do think that we're gonna definitely get you know, Binance listing, Coinbase listing, you know, both of them. But one thing I will say is eventually we're gonna get there. But what needs to pick up is the volume. So once we start having volume up towards 10, 20, 30, 40 million dollar days, that's when you're going to see a lot of any exchanges that don't have Milady listed yet are going to probably potentially be looking in to add Miladies, because you got to remember Coinbase and Coinbase and Binance, all the exchanges, they make money off of transactions, right? So they want to make sure that they're whenever they list something, they have to buy. When they list something, they have to invest in that project, right? So they want to make sure that there's a demand for it and that they can make money off those transactions. So as soon as we start getting back up into the hype, you know, and we start building as a project, I'm telling you, everything, all our ducks are going to get in a row, and where everything's going to just seem like it's all happening at once. But we've been building for it all. So in due time. The $500 is versatility. I got 3K of powder to DCA and to ladies right now, though. Thanks for your suggestions. Yeah, brother. Definitely, man. And, you know, I'm sure there's probably so many other hidden gems out there, dude, you know, that we can't think of right now. But maybe that's something I can look into, not just for you, but maybe for just all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like little things. You know what's so funny is, Amor, look what's right in my face. I didn't even see. Ladies, come join the community. All ladies holders of the weekly live stream. We cover all daily ladies and crypto market news. Crypto FUD YouTube channel. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much for that. That's definitely that's a plus right there, bro. Thank you so much. You guys can see I don't really post on. I've never posted anything on CoinMarketCap. A couple times I've wanted to, like, when people come on to this page right here and they start talking trash about me, ladies, I'm like, I have to like hold my fingers back. I'm like, don't type, because I just want to be like, bro, get the hell out of here, you know. But, you know, who cares? If people come in with their own opinion, who cares? Let them be, right? We'll be the ones winning, so we're not really worried about it. Not really too worried about it, but. So let's see here. So Bitcoin around 44,500. Obviously, we saw that top out around 44,000, about 700, 44,700. So hopefully, like I said, this week we can continue up the move. I know this, and now I'm thinking about it. For whatever reason, whenever we start getting towards Super Bowl, there's usually a nice little pump for crypto. There's usually a pump for crypto when we start getting into the Super Bowl. I remember, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when we were, I think it was 2020. So you guys know I'm from Tampa. The Bucks were in the Super Bowl. I think it was 2020, and I remember I hosted a big party. It was at my parents' house, but you know I'm the life of the party, right? Just kidding. But I remember, you know, just being fresh into Dogecoin, and I'm like, I'm like showing everybody. I'm like, look, I bought into this, and it was pumping like crazy. Believe it or not, for that night, we went back down the next day, but we definitely were pumping during the Super Bowl. I think because we were pumping because there was like a rumor that there was going to be some kind of a Dogecoin commercial or something with crypto commercial. So like all of crypto was pumping during the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. It's been a few years now, so. A more Let's see here. What's going on? What advice did she give you, bro? She watches the usually after the fact, because I think she said she's been busy with working, and she said she was traveling or something. You know how those New York people are. They're hustle and bustle, right? They don't have time for us small town folks. So looks like the poll right now, we got 14 votes, and it looks like majority of everybody's saying that San Francisco is going to take the win. So what I was going to tell you guys is what I predict, and this is what I'm thinking is I would like to see, believe it or not, I'd like to see San Francisco win, just because it's almost like 10 years ago with the Patriots, right? You know, they, after like the freaking 7th time they're in the Super Bowl, you're like, all right, bro, we're done with you guys. Like, give somebody else a chance, right? It's kind of how I'm feeling with Kansas. I will tell you, back to being in the Super Bowl for Tampa, when we were in the Super Bowl in Tampa, we whooped their butt, right? And it was so fun because the Super Bowl was in Tampa, and we were in the Super Bowl hosting it. First city to ever do it, right? And you know, I remember we're by the stadium. It was a Super Bowl weekend. Whenever you're a hosting city, the city is absolutely nuts the weekend before. Like right now, Las Vegas is probably already all set up. It's probably insane, right? So many people are traveling in that aren't even going to the game. They just want to be around the stadium. You know, there's so much activities and just concerts and everything going on. And I remember I'm in downtown. We walk into this restaurant that we're eating at, and it's 100%, I'm not even lying to you, the whole restaurant was all Kansas City. People from Kansas City were in there, and they were screaming, oh, and they were like, and I remember walking in, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on in here? And everybody was really nice, but they were like, you guys are getting, you know, they were like, we're going to whoop y'all, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, you guys are all getting on that plane the day after the game, and you guys are all going to be upset. I was like, I guarantee. I was like, you're going to bet against the GOAT, Brady? I was like, you crazy? And that's exactly what happened. We whooped them. But fun times. So what I'm saying is I want to see San Francisco win, right? But you cannot write off Mahomes and Kansas City. You go back like 6 games ago, or maybe like 6 or 7 games ago, and Kansas City was actually not doing the best. Their receivers were not catching balls and stuff like that. Now you look at the last couple games, they came back alive, you know, and they're catching like every ball that's getting thrown to them. So it's going to be definitely a very good game. I wouldn't write off Mahomes in Kansas City. They know how to go to the Super Bowl, and they know how to win, right? Just not against Tampa, but they know how to win. Just kidding. But they know how to win. So, you know, I think we're gonna have a good game ahead of us. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. Hopefully, it's a close game. You know, like just, you know, an interesting game, right? It sucks when you go to the Super Bowl unless it's your team and they're just blowing the other team out, right? So, but yeah, guys, listen, I'm gonna leave it there. Going back to Milady's real quick. Obviously, we're not seeing any kind of a solid move just yet. You guys can see Milady is coming up to some of these SMA moving averages. Right here, you can see we did just get rejected right at the 55.20. But as long as we're pumping for Bitcoin, you better believe that it's going to come over towards ladies and a lot of your favorite projects here soon. So we'll definitely obviously keep monitoring the markets, and hopefully tomorrow we're moving up. We're continuing to hold. Remember, for Bitcoin particularly, is I want to see if we're going to stay, I don't care where we're going as far as moving up, as long as we're holding some of these levels. So right now, the key level to hold is 44,380. That's going to be the pivotal spot that I want to see us at least hold, find some support, and maybe find some kind of a bounce. Even if we don't bounce immediately, finding that support right there at that 44,000, basically right under the 44,400. If we don't even retrace back to that, even better. But I'm saying in the event that if we do see a retrace, which we 99% of the time will see, holding that 44,400 is going to be the solid spot that we're looking for. And again, like I said, just because Milady's is not going absolutely insane yet, trust me, we will get there. The market is still fresh as far as us getting to some of these numbers that we haven't seen in about a month. They need to have confidence that the market is going to start moving up and staying at these levels, and you'll see money coming back into the meme coins, especially Milady. So, Daddy said dog with hat is pumping. Well, let's go check it out real quick. No data here. What kind of... Where's my... Right here. Dude, what's going on here? She had a nice bounce. Shot, I mean, I wouldn't say like pumping like crazy, but she definitely had a nice bounce from 17 cents, made it up about a 44% move. Looks like today. Yeah, today. So that's nice. I mean, she's been kind of been, you know, on the way down a little bit. And a lot of the, like I was telling you, the older, and I say older, like 2 months ago, kind of big projects that are still holding, like Dog with Hat, Myro, Bunk, you can even throw in there. A lot of them were retracing, but some of them are starting to come back alive. You can see it got rejected at that 0.5 at around 24 cents. So we'll see how it is. It's finding some support somewhere around that 618. So 618 wouldn't be a bad spot to accumulate around the 18-cent mark. Obviously, the 786 at 10 cents is what I was telling everybody. That's what I'm looking for if I was to buy in around that 10 cents. But I don't know if it's ever going to come back down to that. So who knows, but we'll check it out tomorrow in tomorrow's stream. It looks like it's doing all right. What's Myro doing real quick before I do anything here? You guys know I've been buying in on Myro. Myro's market cap's down to $60 million. Not doing too bad. Solana's going to start going, or not Solana, but the DeFi will start going crazy again. Eventually, we'll get back into DeFi season here soon after the markets start really moving. So, and I think everything else is going to, you know, start moving again. We've been waiting for confirmation for Bitcoin. Wait until Bitcoin really starts getting back up towards, you know, where it's at and holding that $46,000 mark and start moving up towards 50,000. Watch, mark my words, all your favorite altcoins are going to start reacting positively. We're going to start really, really moving. Remember, guys, we have this happening. This is it right here, bro. I'm telling you, we're going to start seeing some big movements here. So I hope you guys are ready. Guys, I had a hell of a night with you guys tonight. I really did. I appreciate everybody that came in. I really do. I thank you guys so much for all the support for the channel. Let's see here. Other than that, I'm going to leave it be. Make sure before you guys go, hit that like. We did good on likes today. Make sure if you haven't already, make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys can get those instant alerts every day. We're going to be coming to you 6 p.m. around that time, Eastern Standard Time, and also post videos here and there in between the lives of your favorite cryptos. So other than that, guys, again, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow, all right?